Did you know that more than 60% of international travelers either forget or mispack their medications, and some even face fines or delays because of it? If you're planning a trip in 2025, this video is your ultimate guide to packing medications the right way. From the latest TSA rules to international laws and airline policies, we'll cover everything you need to know so your medications make it to your destination safely, legally, and hassle-free. Whether you take daily prescriptions, vitamins, insulin, or injectable meds, you'll walk away from this video knowing exactly how to prepare without the stress. TSA Rules. Let's start with the latest 2025 TSA rules. The TSA allows travelers to bring both prescription and over-the-counter medications in carry-on and checked baggage. However, it's highly recommended to pack all medications in your carry-on bag, not checked luggage, so you always have access and avoid any issues if your bag is delayed or lost. Solid medications like tablets and capsules can be carried in unlimited amounts. You do not need to inform officers about pill medications, and you don't need to keep them in original bottles, although keeping the original labels is still a smart idea, especially for international trips. Liquid medications, like insulin or cough syrup, are exempt from the standard 3.4-ounce TSA liquid rule. You can bring larger quantities, but you'll need to declare them at the security checkpoint. Officers may test these liquids separately, so be sure they are easily accessible in your bag. You can also request a visual inspection instead of X-ray if you have concerns. Medical devices like insulin pumps, auto-injectors, and syringes are allowed as well, but again, you should declare them and ensure they're packed with their associated medications. Specific airlines policies. Now let's talk about airline-specific policies, which can vary slightly but mostly align with TSA guidelines. Major U.S. airlines like Delta, United, and American recommend that all medications, especially essential ones, be packed in your carry-on and kept in original labeled containers. Most airlines do not offer refrigeration on board, so if your medication needs to stay cold, bring a personal cooler or insulated pouch with ice packs. For injectables or syringes, make sure you also carry the corresponding prescription or doctor's note. Delta and United allow sharps on board, but you should notify the flight crew and request a sharps disposal container if needed. International airlines policies. International airlines like Emirates or British Airways follow similar practices but may have stricter documentation requirements. For example, Emirates requires all travelers to carry prescriptions for any medications, and some drugs, especially controlled substances, must be pre-approved by the UAE Ministry of Health. British Airways allows extra baggage for medical supplies in some cases, but you'll need to request this ahead of time. When flying internationally, you also need to understand import laws and customs regulations for medications. Each country has its own rules. For example, the UK allows up to a 3-month supply of most medications, but controlled drugs like Adderall or Xanax require a doctor's letter and must be carried in hand luggage. Japan is very strict. Even common medications like Adderall are completely banned. You must apply for a Yakan Shume certificate in advance to bring in prescription medications beyond a 30-day supply. In the UAE, travelers are allowed to bring up to 3 months' supply of non-controlled meds, but controlled substances require prior online approval, and carrying banned drugs without that approval can result in legal consequences. Australia allows up to 3 months of medications, but they must be declared upon arrival, and you must carry them with a prescription or a doctor's letter. The golden rule is this: always check the rules on the embassy website of your destination before traveling, especially for controlled or injectable medications. Also, avoid traveling with marijuana, CBD oil, or cannabis-based medications, even if they're legal in your home country. These are banned in many parts of the world and can get you into serious trouble. Refrigerated medications. For medications that need refrigeration, like insulin or certain biologics, you'll need to plan ahead. Use a portable medication cooler, insulated pouch, or travel-sized medical fridge. While flight attendants can provide ice if needed, they won't refrigerate your meds for you. It's best to keep these medications under your seat, not in the overhead bin, as overhead storage can become too warm or cold during flight. At hotels, you can often request a refrigerator for medical purposes. Most are happy to accommodate. Always bring a thermometer and extra cold packs just in case. Labeling and documentation. When it comes to labeling and documentation, especially for international travel, take no shortcuts. Always keep medications in their original packaging with pharmacy labels that include your name, the medication name, and dosage. Bring a paper copy of your prescription, ideally with the generic name of the drug, since brand names differ around the world. If you're carrying controlled substances or injectables, include a doctor's letter stating the purpose of the medication and that it's for personal use. If you're traveling to a non-English speaking country, translate your documents or at least your medication list. Customs officers may not know what Tylenol is, but they will recognize paracetamol. Keep a list of all your medications, including over-the-counter supplements, with dosages, frequencies, and conditions they treat. You can keep this printed and also saved digitally on your phone or cloud drive. Specific medications. If you have a chronic illness like diabetes, epilepsy, asthma, or a heart condition, there are some additional tips to follow. First, pack more medication than you need. Always carry at least a week's extra supply in case of travel delays or missed connections. Consider splitting your supply between 2 bags, so if one is lost or stolen, you're not stranded. Wear a medical alert bracelet and carry a wallet card listing your medical conditions, medications, allergies, and emergency contact numbers. If your medications are on a strict schedule, especially across time zones, talk to your doctor about how to adjust your doses safely. You can also use pill reminder apps or set alarms on your phone. And remember, never store important medications in checked baggage. If you're ever asked to gate check your carry-on, remove your medication bag first. Quick checklist. Keep medications in your carry-on only. Use original labeled containers and bring copies of prescriptions. Carry a doctor's letter for injectables or controlled drugs. Use a personal cooler if needed. Declare medications at customs when required. Don't mix pills in one bottle and never carry unlabeled loose pills. Know the generic names of your meds and translate your documents when needed. Back up everything digitally. And lastly, always check the rules for each country you're visiting before you fly. Packing your medications right in 2025 means you'll avoid delays, avoid legal issues, and stay in control of your health while abroad. Thousands of travelers fly with medications every day. If they can do it, you can too. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more travel tips. And if you have questions about your specific medication or destination, drop them in the comments. I try to reply to everyone. Safe travels, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.